Do any coaching, Kristen?
Yes, I do coaching. And so to explain about how I got started coaching, I was going around to these networking meetings. And you know how when you go to a sit down to breakfast networking meeting, you go around the room and everybody gives their 30-second elevator speech, right? Well, I had been talking to a few people and I got the brainwave while I was at this one meeting. Or maybe I should ask them what they're doing on social media. So I said, how many of you here are on Facebook? All the hands went up. So then I said, how many of you are on Twitter? Well, about half the room, in about a room of about 40 people, half the room, the hands went up. And so then I said, how many of you are on LinkedIn? In a room of about 40 people, two hands went up. Two hands, guys. So then I got the brainwave while I'm standing there. I could say, oh, I could ask these guys, who would like to have help with LinkedIn? Well, then all the hands went up. So then standing there, I'm getting another brainwave because I realized there's a side room that we could book in advance and use it for meetings. And I thought, oh, I could help these people with this. Okay, starting next week, I've got two 20-minute slots before the meeting and two 20-minute slots after the meeting. $1 a minute, I'll help you get started with your LinkedIn profile. Found out later that was probably not the right amount to charge, but at least I got started, right? So I just wanted to tell you a little bit of background here before I really get into the nitty-gritty of LinkedIn. I am making sales with IPS, the IPS program. Those of you that are here that are involved with that program, pretty much everybody that has signed up with me has come through LinkedIn. And my email list, most of the people on my email list have come through LinkedIn. Did you hear that? They've come through LinkedIn. Okay. So LinkedIn is a really good thing. But here's the thing. People, they go into their LinkedIn pages and they just go into, say you go into your network, okay? You click on your network button. And I'm just going to wait for it to open up and see all these people that LinkedIn suggests you might want to connect with. Well, these are people you want to be really careful of because you just click on connect and then LinkedIn will send them a request to connect with you. You're not telling them why you want to connect with them. So I might do 5 a day, but there has to be something in the headline that says something about marketing and sales, right? Internet marketing. So I would connect with this person at Forever Living. And this guy's working from home. And when you get that, some of them can turn them off. So some of these people, you can turn this off in your settings and privacy. And some of them aren't. So oh, I know why. I've reached my limit for how many people I can invite to connect this way. So this is another thing that LinkedIn tracks. They track how many people you can invite to connect with you. And you're only allowed so many people a week. And it's different for everybody. So some people are going to be able to invite 10 people a day. Some people only 5 people a day. Some people only 10 people a week, right? So it depends on how the algorithms are reading you and your activity on LinkedIn. So they're really careful who they allow to connect with other people and how you do it. So here's how you get around it. Are there any questions so far? Do you guys know how to raise your hands? Because this is Zoom, so you can go in and just raise your hand if you want. Go to the bottom there and click on, forget what it's called. Click on more, and then in the more you'll get reactions and you'll see where you can raise your hand there. Okay, Ali, you raised your hand. What's your question, Ali?
Actually, I was just curious about so how do you look for the ideal connections? Because the ideal connections most likely would not be people who do what you do, but they would be the people that would reach the right angle of what you're trying to connect about, correct? You're looking for the customer, not necessarily peer connections.
Yes. So the algorithms on LinkedIn, just like all the other social media, are are following the kind of people that you're connecting with, right? And so they're going to show you more people. So like here, all these people that LinkedIn is showing me are people that would fit within my demographic. And the reason that you want to connect, if you're in a marketing association like IPS or any other kind of network marketing organization, you want to join with people that are in some kind of network marketing or direct sales or home-based marketing. Because from my experience, I've seen that these people are not very many of them are happy with where they're at. And because they understand internet marketing or home-based marketing or work from home, and they're looking for things like that, those are great people to want to connect with. Do you get my drift? Okay, so we're going to go into the groups, and I'm going to show you how to find the groups that are good for you, because that's the whole secret to LinkedIn, is in the groups. And a lot of people do not know about the groups, where the groups are. So if you go to this cross, I call this the crosshatch, these 9 dots here, you click on that, and then you go over here to see these 3 little blue men on the groups, click on that. And this is being recorded, so I will save it in my YouTube channel, and I'll get the link out to you after I get this all downloaded. And just click in the middle of this gray area, and it's going to show your groups that you belong to, right? And it'll also show groups that you've requested to join that you haven't been invited into yet, okay? So you have to be very astute about who you're looking at. So these are groups that I have joined, and I'm actually going to unfollow this group because I notice. So that's how you leave a group. I noticed that they're just over 1,000 members. So you're looking for groups that have 3,000 or more members in them. You need to have 3,000 or more members because it's the inventory you need. And so with that inventory, then you can go in to the groups and directly message those people. So this group is over 3,000 members. And so look at this group. This is crowdfunding and beyond. So crowdfunding groups are sometimes really great groups to join because there's people in there trying to raise money, right? And they would be open to different aspects, different types of groups. Now, this Seattle Business Network is a group that I am managing for somebody else. This one is another group I'm managing for somebody else. This group I'm managing for somebody else. But look at this one, has over 1 million members. Startup Specialists Network Group, entrepreneurs, business startups, social digital media, AI marketing. So this would be a really good group to have to reach out to, because they probably have a lot of people in there that would be your ideal customer. And this city of Edmonton is a city close to where I live. So I've joined these 2 groups, and they're really nice big groups. So they've got some good inventory in here. And this high ticket client attraction insider circle, they sell all kinds of different high ticket items. So you've got people in sales and marketing here. So you could find your ideal clients in here. And this one, Lionesses Worldwide, a person who accepts anybody into their network is called a lion. That's a term that's used in LinkedIn. A LinkedIn, LION, stands for LinkedIn Open Networker. So this is women LinkedIn Open Networkers. I've joined this group because you have to be careful, but you can find really good customers in here because these people are looking to buy something or get involved with something or to build a business, right? One thing that you need to remember, we all need to remember, there are 5 key reasons why we want to join LinkedIn. Number one, the average income of people on LinkedIn is between 76 and 86,000 US annually. The number two reason is the average executive on LinkedIn. I got these numbers I got from my son who works at Amazon. He said that the average income of executives on LinkedIn is 125 to 150,000 annually. And number three, the biggest kept secret to LinkedIn is in the groups. And a lot of people don't even know there's groups there. And number four, it's the most professional platform on the internet, bar none. The most professional platform. I've seen lots of different platforms that have been presented to me, and they'll send me an invitation to connect this new site because you're going to get more leads and you make better crop. It's better than LinkedIn, that kind of thing. And I've tried them, and I'll tell you what happens when you join these groups, these other groups outside LinkedIn, and they say that they're better than LinkedIn. Watch out, because as soon as you sign up, what happens is they have crawlers that go through their platform and go to everybody's email, and they crawl through your email, and they send an invitation to connect with their new platform to everybody that's in your email. And if you got Aunt Susie and Grandma Jane and Uncle Joe who do not have businesses in your email, they will get a message to invite them to build a business. I had so many people mad at me and my family because it crawled my email, right? These different platforms. So be really careful. When you see a platform that says they're better than LinkedIn, you bet your boots they're not. LinkedIn is the best. It's the most professional on the internet, bar none. And number five, you getting this? Listen carefully. Everybody on LinkedIn is there to do business. They're there to do business. So you heard about what the average income is of people on LinkedIn. Do you know what the average income is of people on Facebook? Between 22 and 24,000 US annually. So where are the people who can afford to buy your stuff? They're on LinkedIn, right? So if you're wanting to search for groups and you don't know what groups to join, just scroll down to the bottom and you see this little search button. You click on search. And now LinkedIn is going to just show you a whole bunch of groups that LinkedIn thinks you might want to join. So just groups in general, okay? But if you look at this list, there's really none of these groups they're suggesting except this one that really fit. The crowdfunding one is good, yeah, that really fit the criteria. So to save yourself some time, you want to search groups, but you want to search, so you put quotation and you go network marketing. And the reason you put those quotations around there is because then what the search engine is going to look for is those words together like that. If you do not put the quotations on there, it'll just go look for network or just for marketing, right? And you might get the wrong type of people. So we'll start with network marketing. Well, look at all these that came up here. Network marketing and direct sales. Look at all these network marketing groups that have come up. So you can go looking through these groups and see right away it's got 21,000 members. So I'm following this group already. And this one is for health, wellness, and fitness. But I still join some of these groups that are for health, wellness, and fitness, because as you read through people's profiles, you'll see little tells, like little things in their groups that they write in their profiles, I should say, that they write that give you clues to the fact that they might be interested in what you've got, right? So I'm just going to go back into my group. So you can go and you can do searches for network marketing, or you can do searches for home-based business. So let's get rid of this. Remember the quotations. Always put those quotation marks. So look, here's Global Home-Based Business Forum. Let's see what that's all about. 9,000 members. That's a good size group. So you can find groups just doing those simple, easy searches. Are there any questions about how to do the searches? Okay, so this is being recorded, so you can always go back and check how to do this. So I'm going to go back and get into my own groups. Remember these arrows up here are your very best friends. So if you ever get lost somewhere and you don't know where to go next, all you do is click the back arrow until you get to the page you want to be on. It tracks it through. So let's go to the home-based businesses here. And so if you want to get in touch with people through the groups, they're up here in this corner here. This group has over 3,000 members, which is great. And this is a picture of some of the people that have been posting in this group. And we can invite connections here, or you can click show all. Okay, so you can go quickly through these here. So what's this person doing? So they can't tell if you're checking their profile if you put your mouse over their name and right click and then open link in new tab. So you see up at the top here where it's opening up into their profile. So you can quickly go through. So what I want to find out, MLM and network marketing. She's involved with home-based businesses. So you can see these are the highlights from her profile. You can see right away this person would probably be open to some of the things that I have that I'm marketing, right? So then what you can do is you can send a message. You can send her a direct message. So you go back into the group from this other way. Oops. I want to get rid of that window. And you can just click on message. Now, you can send her a direct message, and this is perfectly legal. I'm on a free platform. I'm not on a paid platform here. I purposely do a free platform so that I can show everybody how you can use this. And so then you send her a message, and I always say, hey, and I always use their name, hey or hi. I notice that you are also involved with network marketing. I would put an exclamation mark. Let's connect and find ways to collaborate. Exclamation mark. Chat soon. Christine. And then you wait and see what they send you in return, right? So I've got to move pictures out of the way here. So you have to click the send button on the bottom. So here you are, you're sending them a message, but LinkedIn cannot tell that you've actually sent them an invite to connect, right? So you're growing your connections on LinkedIn. You're growing your community on LinkedIn. I had to think what word to use here. And then, but here, it's going to show you this little man. This is the connecting button. If you click that connecting button, LinkedIn will know that you have sent an invite to connect, but you do not click this little button, because what you want to do is fly under the radar so that you can send invitations to people to connect. And once you connect, you can find ways to collaborate with each other. So my next message, once this person responds to me, my next message is, I see that you're involved with da-da-da-da-da. By the way, do you keep your options open for ways to make 100% commissions? She's in network marketing. 100% commission raises a huge question. Like, 100% commission? Oh my gosh, I've never had 100% commission. How do I get 100% commission? And so they're going to have questions. So look at this. She already got back to me. See that? So, hello, Christine. I know you are a pro. Love for you to learn about 3 Proactive Wellness Company. And, whoops, where did it go here? This company is only a year old. And she's comparing it to Amway and Mary Kay. So she's been around the block a bit. She's got a phone number. Look at this. So I could pick up the phone her if I want. But we're working for rejection free, right? So what we want to do is we want to get hold of this person. And I'm just going to say, just be a normal person. You know, I'm carrying on a conversation with them. She was fast, right? Normally on LinkedIn, people don't get back to you that fast. Usually it's a day or two before people get back to you. She's really doing this fast. So she obviously, as soon as she saw my message come through, she's going to check my profile. Well, my profile speaks right to her heart, right? So she's going to get back to me. It's so important to really understand who your ideal customer is. So okay, so I'm going to send this over to her. You all saw what I wrote. So see how the conversations can flow? So I'm going to get out of this, and if she responds back to me, we'll see what she says. So this one's a digital entrepreneur. So that person would probably be interested in whatever we've got to offer. And so you just work through your list and send them some messages. So one of the things I have done is I have created a whole bunch of blurbs that I use for all different things. I put which company I originally set up the blurbs for. So I've got to scroll down here a ways to where they are. This is just one document, and I've got all kinds of things that I've put here. So warm contacts, and what you say, this is for Nexus Rewards. What your messages you can use to send to your teams. And you just change the name of the company that's in there that you're working with. And so they're all there for you. So you don't have to think what you're going to write to all these people, right? You have something that you can refer to. I don't know if you could see that. So I've just got a plain Word document that just has all kinds of blurbs on it that I can just copy and paste for different situations that I run into when I'm working on LinkedIn. And here's another thing that you can do. So you can invite people to connect to your network, and the people that you want to connect to your network are people that would fit your ideal customer profile. Okay. So here's what I do every single day. I go in to, I'm going to leave this and go to a different page. Can you all see this page? Can you all see this page?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. So I will go into my network. So you click on up here, my network. And then you click on your connections. And you go down. So all the new people that you've just that have just connected with you, you have a separate message that I pull out of my saved messages that I would send to all these people. But what I've been working on is I've been going back 2 years back and sending people. So these people here a week back should be okay. So this person connected with me. She wanted to join our event today. So I sent her a link. So she's already been messaged. This person hasn't had a message yet. And you'll always get invites to join premium. Let me tell you right now, you don't need premium. The only thing that premium really gives you is the fact that you can see more people who have viewed your profile. And it gives you more latitude in inviting people to connect with you. But when you know the secrets of how to use the groups and maneuver through the groups, you don't need a paid platform. And a paid platform is going to be anywhere from about $60 a month to about $86 a month, depending on which paid platform you get. I tried it out for a few years, and those are the only differences I could see. And I couldn't see the real benefit to me staying on a paid platform. And so I just dropped it and went back to the free platform. Okay, so once they've been with you for at least a week, then you can send them a different type of message. So I go into my blurbs that I have saved, and you send them an endorsement. And I use ChatGPT for these endorsements. And I have little surveys that people can take. And this little survey is about network marketing and how it's just a fun little survey about network marketing and the differences between network marketing and regular business, that kind of thing. So I would just copy this blurb. Whoops, that's not the one I want, I don't think. Yeah, no, I guess it is. And so then I would go, something's happening here. Remember the back arrows up here are really good. So I'm going to copy this. There we go. So here's Philip. So you just go, if you've got a PC, Control V, and it automatically enters it up here. And they're all made with ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT for just about everything now. It speeds everything up so much, and it's free. ChatGPT is free. You just go ChatGPT. I think it's .com. So I'm just going to type his name because I try to make it as personal as possible. And it just says, hi, Philip, hope you're doing great. Gave you some cool endorsements on LinkedIn. I used to think that endorsements were totally bogus. Then LinkedIn hit me over the head with a virtual 2x4. I realized that their value, it jumps all over the place here for me when I'm on Zoom. I realized their value and started reaching out to my network. Been checking out how many people make money effortlessly. Can you do a quick survey ? Your thoughts mean a lot. If busy, no sweat. Here's the link. and can't wait to, thanks a bunch, can't wait to catch up. Okay. So a lot of people fill out this little survey, and you can make these little surveys up for free, and just do a search online, Google search, and search for survey topics, or for network marketing surveys, or so this one came up from one of my coaches who developed this, and she just did a search for network marketing surveys, and then she just reshaped it a little bit to save on her own platform. So you can do, there's one, a really good popular one that's called Network Marketing According to Birds. And so you just go into, do a Google search and find personality styles according to birds, and you can make that into a really cute little 5-question survey that just takes a couple minutes for people to answer. And you can use SurveyMonkey. SurveyMonkey is free. It has a paid side, but you can do it for free. You don't have to pay for it. And so in order for these people to take the survey, they have to leave their name and their email, right? And so then they get an email from me that confirm, they have to click a confirm button that confirms that that's their email. So it's called a double opt-in, and that's what's required with System.io and all other email platforms similar to System.io that have autoresponders in them. You need to always have a double opted-in email list. So those people, when you add them to your email list from Gmail or from Hotmail or from Yahoo, that goes against the rules, and you're really riding a narrow path there of getting your System.io or whatever platform you're using for your emails shut down. Because I've been shut down. There was a time back when I first got started using LinkedIn that you could download all of your connections with their emails onto a spreadsheet, and you could send them direct email messages. Well, they changed all the rules for email marketing. And so if you tried to download that email list to a platform like System.io or Keep, or what's another one? There's different ones. There's MailChimp is another one. I got shut out of all those platforms because I didn't have double opted in contacts on my contact list. So that's a tip for you to remember. So I'm going to send this to Philip, but because we just connected, I'm going to add something else. I'm going to say, thanks for linking up. I'm going to say, joining my network. Okay, hope you're doing great. And then I'll send them this. And so there's a little picture that I've attached, and you can do this when you set this up. You can set up, attach a picture. And so I do 10 of these every day. And that's how I'm building my email list, guys. It's just so cool. And you don't, you know, they're already connections. So you're using your current connections. You're not reaching out to cold people. They're people that are already connected. So you won't get in trouble. You're flying under the radar here.
Oh, Christine. Hi,
Yes.
Jeannie. I just
Hi,
wanted
Jeannie.
to ask you, did you already send an endorsement? Did you already endorse him already?
Yeah, I did. I sent it.
You did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering when you do your skills, right? You go into skills. Did you do that?
Nope. I just sent him a direct message in the message itself. Here's the thing. You can tell by looking here in the little bit that they've got there, a little bit about them, right? And I don't send any endorsements out to anybody that has been with me for less than a week, because that gives you enough time to have checked their profile. And now, because I haven't sent messages out to these people here on this first page, I've been really busy. I took a chance to send him. He's been with me a week, so I sent him this invite to return the favor because I endorsed him for some skills. And I don't endorse people for a whole bunch of skills. 2 to 3 skills I might endorse them for, but a lot of people only have listed 5 skills or 7 skills or less than 10 skills. So if you click all those skills and endorse them for all those skills, one thing you do is you confuse the algorithm for that profile, because then the algorithms don't know which is the endorsement, right? So it's best to keep it down and just do maybe a couple. And sometimes if I'm in a big hurry, I'll just do one endorsement for the people. And I've had people come back at me and say, oh, I don't believe this. How can you endorse me? You don't know me well enough. We haven't had coffee together and all this, blah, blah, blah. But I was invited, and I used to think like that. And I used to tell my people, do not endorse anybody unless you've had a virtual coffee with them at least. I've got over about 18,000 people, and there's no way I could sit down and have a virtual coffee with all these people. There's just no way. And the limit for connections on LinkedIn is 30,000. So I'm over halfway there. And so you get my drift, right? It's just impossible to sit down and have a virtual coffee. So I was invited when I lived in Vancouver area to a big LinkedIn convention, and LinkedIn themselves invited me to this convention for free. And so I was excited. I thought, oh, great, I'm going to be able to meet some really great LinkedIn gurus and learn a bunch of tips and tricks. And it was all about the new things that they were rolling out at that time. And I think this was in 2012. And so I went and I attended, and there was a room full of like 500-600 or more people. And I learned a lot of great things about what LinkedIn's going to be doing, what their program is, what their goals are. And at the very end, all of a sudden, the speaker on the stage said, would Christine Till come up to the stage? We have a special award for you. Well, I about fell off my chair. I'm going, what? Little old me? How come I got an award? And so I went up to the stage in trepidation and worried because I had a bunch of clients sitting in that audience. And I got up to that stage and they said, we're giving you an award for having the most endorsements of anyone in British Columbia. I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. Well, I about fell off the stage then because I was really embarrassed. They must have seen my face turn crimson red because all my clients that I had invited were sitting in the audience, and I'd been telling them how bogus these endorsements were. And so they explained to me the value of these endorsements. When you get endorsed on LinkedIn by somebody, it sends a message to like all these keywords. They're like, these skills are like keywords, right? And so it sends the LinkedIn search engines in a tizzy, and they want to show you to more people that have similar skills. And so they, or who would be interested in people with those skills, right? So you get shown to more people on LinkedIn. And I didn't know that. And after they finished explaining it all to me, and I'm wearing my LinkedIn t-shirt, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. I thought, oh, I better remember to wear my LinkedIn t-shirt. This is what they gave me. They gave me a LinkedIn t-shirt. They gave me a LinkedIn notebook. Where did I put it? It's on my shelf here somewhere. And a LinkedIn pen. And I was just over the moon excited. So I started teaching all my people how important it is to give endorsements and how you can use the endorsements. Then my LinkedIn coach taught me to use the endorsements with these little surveys in them so that people have to double opt in so you can add them to your email list. Isn't that a cool idea? Anybody got any other questions before we move forward?
Oh, yeah, Christine, I just wanted to ask you because I haven't gone on LinkedIn for so long, but I don't have as many connections, but I just wanted to know, is there any way that you need to delete the connections? Because I know there at one time you could.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you need to,
Yes, you can. Um,
because it's been like
yeah, I'm gonna go into one of my older connections here.
few weeks or yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to right click on this guy here and open in a new tab. So this is one thing that you need to remember is if you don't want them to see that you're checking out their profile, you need to open it in a new
Mm.
tab. So you right click on the profile and then you left clicked when it's up at the top and you go in. So I'm moving all my pictures around my screen here. So here's Sean Chauffeur. See this more button?
Mm-hmm.
You can remove connection
Okay.
right here. So one of the things I do is I just remove connections. If somebody starts getting obnoxious, like if I have somebody that starts getting upset with me for endorsing them, which I think is bogus for them to get upset with me now, but I can relate because I was there once, right?
Mm.
I will remove them as a connection. And then if they come back to ask, they have to ask me to reconnect, right? So that way I'm not blocking them. But if they're really obnoxious, like both guys and gals have this, guys keeping on hitting on them, right? And so I will block them.
Mm-hmm.
And you can report them as well because they're not supposed to be doing that on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a business platform. And people on LinkedIn are there to do business, not to go to a dating program. Make sense?
Okay, good. Yes, great. Thank you.
So now you know where to go. Are there
Yes.
any other questions here? Oh my
I just-
gosh, we're almost at an hour.
This is incredible, Christine. Thank you. The perspective is incredible. I just wanted to let everyone know that not to get frustrated in case the first person you click on in a new tab and it doesn't allow you to send a message because not everyone will. So it might be the second, but don't get discouraged. It's a good thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I just concentrated at first and I learned about the groups from my son because he is a programmer, right? And he had developed a bot. At that time, we could use bots. Now we can't use bots anymore. So he fired me, but that was okay. I already knew enough about LinkedIn. I could do my own coaching and stuff. But he had developed a bot that would go into the groups and invite people to come and join a group that he was starting for a client or for a certain product line. And so some of those groups that I showed at the beginning are groups that we started, my son and I started over time to attract different types of dynamics for people in business, right? Different types of business people. And they were specifically set up for the bots, but the bots have been disconnected a long time ago because they're not allowed on LinkedIn. And that's another thing why we need to sort of learn how to fly under the radar with LinkedIn through the groups. And that's actually where I learned, is from doing that process with my son. So it's really like LinkedIn is the best. It's the best of all the platforms because everybody behaves themselves better on LinkedIn than any of the other social media platforms I've been on. There you get the odd person who thinks it's a dating platform, but not that many because they've been really stamped on a lot. People won't put up with it, men or women, because there's both. They attack both men and women. I call it attacking. Are there any other questions? Okay, if there aren't any questions, I don't see any hands up here. So if there aren't any questions, I am doing these LinkedIn lives every other week now. I was doing them every week, but I was getting burnt out. So I thought, no, I think I better just do them every other week. Also, I've discovered that more people sign up for it if I give them a little more notice. So that's another reason why I decided to do them every other week. I see some chat things here. Let's check that. Awesome. It's good to have you all here, Richard, Sonia. Well, I think you understand now, Richard, that I think LinkedIn is the best. Yeah. Yeah, Lionesses Worldwide allows it only, I don't know, I'm not a man, so I don't know if they allow men to join. I haven't seen any men on there, so that's one thing that you can do when you set up your own group is you can set it up so that before people have to be approved in order to get into your group. So if I was a guy, I don't think I would even try.
So Christine, sorry. So the next one would be
It would be on the 21st.
on the 21st. Okay,
Right.
good. So then
Right.
it would be this like the first week and the third week.
Yeah. Yeah, the
third.
first Thursday and the third Thursday. And that, yeah. And that way I can invite more people to come and join us. It gives people more time. They need notice. And I'm going to save them. And one thing I did as well, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here and I'm going to go, or actually what I'll do is I'll just put the link in the chat. Where is it here? Okay, I'm going to put my YouTube link in the chat so that you can go and check other messages that have come through or other videos that I've done. So I've just pasted in my LinkedIn URL for my LinkedIn channel. And it has a picture of my headshot there, as well as a picture of me holding an iPad with LinkedIn on the corner. So you'll know that it's mine. It says Christine Till. And I'd love it if you would subscribe. Get
Yes,
my
ma'am.
subscribers up there. That would be awesome. Any other questions before we go?
Yes, Christine, I was wondering if do you have the same topic every time, or is it slightly different? Any different angles, or I suppose we could see replays on your
Yes,
YouTube.
yes, you can see replays on my YouTube. One of the things that I'm really big on is repurposing all your posts and all your articles. And so there is a recording in my YouTube about how to repurpose your articles that you publish and your posts that you publish on LinkedIn. And I'm a big purporter of using Sprout Social. Sprout is spelled SPROUT, social, SOCIAL.com. Just go there and check it out. You can use it, I believe, for 30 days for free to test it out. At least that's what it was when I started. But I've been using Sprout Social since probably 2011, 2012, somewhere in there. And you can attach all your social media platforms, including TikTok and YouTube, to that platform. And so when you publish an article on LinkedIn, you always have to have a really professional picture. And I just use Canva. Canva's free. I use Canva, develop a nice picture to go at the top of my article. And then I publish that article on every one of my groups that I belong to on LinkedIn. And when you're there, here's the thing. If you're publishing articles and posts in groups on LinkedIn, make sure that you like at least 3 to 5 other posts from somebody else and comment on the odd one. Because if you just post, it's like you're blasting in people's faces all the time. And people get upset with that. So if you go in and like other people's posts, it makes you feel, they feel more warm and fuzzy to you and more accepting. So I've managed to get myself accepted into groups that were not allowing outside posts because I've done such a professional job of creating my articles. And I guess that's why. And I always am treating everybody in the group kindly and liking all their posts. So I've been really thankful that people have allowed me to post in those groups. It's just a matter of treating people the way you want to be treated, right?
Mhm.
Integrity, right?
Amen.
So, yes, I just have one more, Christine, about the notifications. Do you do the notifications and the birthdays and everything like? Because I used to do that as well too.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back into my LinkedIn here. So if you click on the notifications tab, you'll see these are some of the groups, and you'll see new posts in the group. So there's 20 new posts in this group. This is a really big group. And then there's inviting me to join premium, which I will not do. They wanted to charge me $69 a month, and I just went, oh, no more of that nonsense. So this is the sample of one of my posts that I do. I use two different kinds of done for me posts. The one is I have downloaded all of the picture ads on the IPS training site onto my computer, and I use all those ads. I haven't even gone through half of them yet. And then I downloaded all the written ads. And what you can do is you can take those written ads one at a time and put them on ChatGPT. And then you have, and ask ChatGPT to revise it in three different ways. And on Sprout Social, it does it automatically for you. It'll give you 3 more samples to rewrite the blurb that you put in the little chat box there before you publish it on Sprout Social. It's really cool. So yeah, thank you, Allison. It's my pleasure.
Did not know that was gonna do that. Anyway,
Well,
thank you.
now you know. Now you know. So there's 2 places. So this ad down here is one that I copied and saved from the pre-done ads for us on the IPS program. And this one up here was one that I found online. If you do a search for famous quotes with pictures, free famous quotes with pictures, have to have free in there, because there's that copyright rule you have to be aware of. So you have to make sure that they're the free ones, because you don't want to get snapped upside the head, so to speak. And these both work really great, both these types. So I mix it up, and there'll be different ones that go out. So on my wall up around my desk, I've got 7, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 7 calendars. I have to count, make sure I'm right here. So I've got March, April, May, June, July, August, and September all up on my wall. So if I publish an article today, which is the 7th, and it's a Thursday, the 7th of April suddenly becomes a Sunday. So I just need to choose a different time of day so that I reach a different audience, right? I take that same one and I publish it also on the 7th of May, and that becomes a Tuesday. The 7th of June becomes a Friday, and so on. They're different days of the week automatically, and you just choose a different time of day so you can reach different audiences. And you just do that once a month, and gradually you fill up all your posts so that I've got at least 5, 6 posts scheduled to go out every day now, because I've been doing this for quite a long time, and it comes out automatically on all my social media platforms. So I had somebody call me last fall or contact me through LinkedIn, and she said, I need to hire you. And I said, oh, I'd love to help you. She said, the reason I'm reaching out to you is, so I used to have a podcast show when I lived in Vancouver, and it was called the Marketing Mentress Show. And I would invite small businesses to be my guests on the show for free. And so we did a trade. I would do trades with them so that we would each get some kind of a benefit out of it. But that was when I was first getting started. And then I had a coach tell me not to do it anymore unless I could figure out how to monetize it. Anyway, she contacted me, and she's been following me for over 10 years. And she said, Christine, the reason I'm reaching out to you is because I'm bragging here, guys. You are the only LinkedIn coach that I see posting on LinkedIn all the time. I went, oh my gosh. It really pays. People remember you. It's all about creating that know, like, and trust with your audience. So it's not just LinkedIn. We need to have 3 to 5 posts at least every day going out through all our social media platforms. And that's why we're trained to make 3 videos a day to go out on TikTok. And then we can make other videos. And so I save all my Zooms that I do for LinkedIn, and I upload them onto my YouTube channel. So that way I've got things going up on all my social media, new, fresh ideas, fresh things all the time. And if you have not done auto posting, you need to learn how to do it. You really need to learn how to do it. Any other questions?
What would be the best way to connect with you to request services?
Oh, just send me a message through LinkedIn. Reach out and connect with me on LinkedIn. And it's just my name, Christine Till.
I'm pretty sure I know how to do that now.
Just go into the search bar. Yeah, I'll tell you something, guys, and I'm not saying this to make you feel bad or anybody feel sad. When I first started LinkedIn back in 2011, and I'd been fired from my last job, I was 61. I had no tech, absolutely no tech. I wasn't on LinkedIn, I wasn't on Facebook or Twitter. Those were the 3 key social media platforms we had at that time. And I was so scared to get online because I'd had no idea how to handle myself on there or what to do or anything. And I every time I sat in front of my computer for at least 6 months, I had tears. So what I do, I read the total complete terms of use for LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Real interesting reading. Anyway.
Just a little question here.
Yeah.
So I haven't been on LinkedIn for a while, so I've got a few connections, like 2,000 or so. So would you go back to those connections and connect with them?
Yeah, I definitely would.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're your connections, so you're already connected to them, right? So just go into my network. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see
my network?
Yeah, and click on your connections. And then just start scrolling through them and create a blurb that you want to share with them. So I would say something like, hey, hope you're doing great. Gave you some cool endorsements on LinkedIn. You've got some links to some of those surveys, you know.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
So I have to go back and look at them.
Yeah, and just say, I used to think that endorsements, just copy what I got. Do you want me to put it into the chat?
And I
Because
think
you can take and run it through ChatGPT yourself.
Right. Yeah, that sounds good.
So you want me to put it in the chat?
That'll be fine. I'll just take a quick picture of it.
Okay.
That's
Picture
good.
away.
Thank you.
Screenshot.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, I'm going to take off. It's great to have you on the show with me today. It's been awesome fun. Great to
That
see you
was-
again, Troy.
That was really good. I
Thank you.
enjoyed that.
Awesome. Thank you. I tend to tell lots
you.
of stories.
Please do. It's wonderful. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. This was really very helpful.
Thank you.
I will be reaching out. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Look forward to it. I'd like to help any way I possibly can.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
It was good.